Cheating and hacking has been a problem in Counter-Strike for years now. The use of third-party software and game file manipulation provides an unfair advantage to these users. From time to time, the Valve anti-cheat system does catch these cheaters. However, part of the responsibility of catching these cheaters lies on us, the CSGO community. It's been nearly a year since the CSGO community saw the Forsaken incident, and we figured that now is as good a time as ever to remind you to remain vigilant. Here's a list of 8 types of cheats and hacks that you should watch out for in your games. Be sure to stick around to the end for the bonus clip where we explain how you, the community, could be part of the problem as well. A short disclaimer before we go any further. Needless to say, AFK Gaming does not condone and support hackers. This video is not meant to be an advertisement, and obviously we're not going to tell you things about where and how to go about buying hacks. The idea is to make you aware of when a player in your particular games is using a cheat so that you can use the report button to make CSGO a better place for everyone. First up, we have one of the most commonly and widely used cheats in all of CSGO. As the name suggests, wall hacking allows you to basically see through walls and obstructions, giving you full view of the map and where your opponents are. Users of this cheat can track their opponent's movements and positions effortlessly.
Scanning, control, manipulate scientific data. Look at this person.
They don't have to ever guess about which position a particular sniper is holding, or which site the enemy is going to attack, or which site they have to choose to defend. They just know everything. In a game where information is key and teams and players use various strategies to distract their opponents, the ability to just see through walls is the equivalent of being a final boss in a video game. It allows the user to aim more accurately, just like an aim assist would in a mobile or a console FPS game.
Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot!
A really worrying factor about this hack is that its range and sensitivity can be modified as per the user. This means that if it gets past Valve's anti-cheat system or even a third-party anti-cheat system, it could be close to undetectable if the user knows how to use it skillfully. Further modification of this hack has led to something called the trigger bot. What this does is it automatically pulls the trigger and shoots when you place your crosshair over the enemy. Trigger bots are usually not preferred by cheaters as they're more easy to detect by both humans and an anti-cheat system. This cheat allows a player to spin around rapidly inside the game, and while he looks like a Beyblade on steroids, it makes it next to impossible to get a shot on him. The user basically gets a 360-degree field of view, and when combined with an aimbot, can one-tap anyone instantly. When the cheat is enabled, on the client side everything looks normal, but on the server side, the character being controlled can be seen spinning, and it looks moronic. Next up, we have a cheat that provides buffs to the user. Mobility hacks provide an increase in movement speed, jump height, jump distance, and also quicker draw times on weapons when using guns like the AWP, AUG, or the Krieg. Moderate usage of this cheat is hard to detect, but since even a minor increase is enough to provide a single-second advantage to the user, this cheat is deadly, as that small difference can be really crucial in a game like Counter-Strike. For example, a slight increase in movement speed allows the user to reach a spot or a site early to set themselves up for a kill. Similarly, an increase in weapon draw time means a quicker flick shot with an AWP. This hack can also be further modified and can be used to walk through solid obstacles like walls and boxes, a phenomenon that is popularly known as ghosting. But doing so will almost certainly lead to the anti-cheat system detecting the use of a hack, which can easily get the user banned, so it's rarer to see things like this. The 3D box hack is a cheat that adds a cuboidal box shape around the opponent's character model, making them stand out when trying to spot an enemy from a distance through a tight corner. This software is often added to practice servers to increase the aim and to develop that sense of spotting a player through various corners. But of course, using it in a matchmaking or competitive game counts as outright cheating. And while this is a relatively minor hack when compared to the ones discussed up until now, It certainly is a great tool that can be used by beginners to practice and improve their skills, but only in practice servers. This is not an endorsement of hacks. Ever wondered what God mode would be like in CSGO? Well, that's what fool removal does for its users. None of the debuffs like recoil, bullet spray, smokes, flashbangs, etc. apply to the user when this cheat is enabled. Cheaters that use this software have to be skilled enough to use this to their advantage while concealing their methods, as this hack doesn't improve a user's raw mechanical skill. In the hands of a beginner, this hack is not much of a threat. Sure, his AK-47 recoil wouldn't exist and he probably will rank up really quickly. However, it's unlikely that he'll be able to aim as quickly as his opponents at higher tiers, who will most likely land a headshot on him before he can even react. The most insane part about this hack is the ability to not get flashed or smoked, retake by themselves while going 1 against 5. Or his team can just smoke the entire bomb site, leading to an easy ninja defuse. The possibilities are endless, so keep an eye out for this kind of nonsense in your games. Player warnings is basically a hack that works as an alert system, warning the user of upcoming threats, like when an opponent is around the corner or when they get spotted by the opposition.
Enemy spotted.
For a user who's new to the game, this might be useful, giving him a heads up of any danger heading his way or if he was spotted by an enemy player. But go to a more skilled bracket, and before this warning system can actually warn the user about him getting spotted by an enemy, the spectator screen will be rolling in front of their eyes. With how important sound cues are in a game like CSGO, these warnings can actually be more of a distraction than an advantage for its users. Nonetheless, keep an eye out for those players that seem to consistently have a sixth sense in your games. Consider ESP to be Wallhack 2.0, as this cheat allows players to see the utility and weaponry held by the opposition, including their health and armor, along with their position on the map. This might not seem like a big upgrade, as the ability to see an enemy move through the map is honestly quite enough. But in the hands of a seasoned IGL, this type of information is crucial, as the skills of the players at higher levels are usually equal, with information and knowledge being the two important factors that determine the winner. It's unlikely that such a blatant hack will be able to bypass a decent anti-cheat system. But even if it does, it will be quite easy to spot its usage physically once the game replay has been obtained. Okay, there's a need to be vocal about a big problem that has hit the CSGO LAN tournaments hard. While technically this is not a software, a bug, or even a hack, it's the crowd itself, or at least a part of it.
This is to Bialy, hot in pursuit, coming in from the ramp. He's not checking the angle, and actually Cajun has somehow managed to actually circumnavigate him, and it's Bialy with the kill, taking down one. Everything on AC here.
An absolute battering, and he's done it, Vince. He's going to be toying with him a
Not
little
like
bit.
this.
Not the knife! No! The three, what has he done that for?
What takes place is disappointing and is against the nature of how esports fans should conduct themselves. These people use various methods like group chanting or holding up various placards and posters to give away the position of a player. Valuable information about what site a team is going to attack is often written on these cards too. And while the players might be too involved in the game to take notice of all such activities, with noise-cancelling headphones and their faces dug right into their monitors, it's still a pretty crappy thing for fans to do, which poisons the spirit of the game. The most recent example of this can be seen during the semi-final match between Liquid and Astralis at the ESL One New York main event. And that concludes our list of cheats and hacks that you should watch out for in CSGO. Congratulations, you've made it till the very end. To prove that you've watched the full thing, type Senior Vac in the comments below and we'll give you a shout out in our next video. Don't forget to like and share this video, and if you like what we do, consider subscribing to support our channel. Gonna go AFK now. Later.